Kobe talked about this. He's like, I was quick, but not the quickest. I was tall, but not the tallest. I had big hands, but not huge like Michael. So I had to learn other ways to get an edge, get an advantage. Episode 600 of Luka's Tigers and Bronzo My. And I'll move the camera
600
for you guys. Oh, this not even work. Atlanta. I can't even.
Hotlanta, you got a little view out the window there, a little Hotlanta. Is it hot down there? Because it was snowing here today.
It was nice. In the morning, it was weird, though. It was like hazy.
Mm-hmm.
Hazy and cold. We went to the Waffle House. They had a sign that said, due to labor shortages, we have taken some items off the menu and reduced our seating. And I asked her, and she was like, yeah, a lot of people don't want to work right now. So literally booths closed down, and they have less items available for sale. It was really interesting. I've never seen that. I've seen that on a menu. Like, literally wrote it on the menu.
Did you get waffles?
I got eggs and home fries.
All right. Listen,
and bacon.
Nothing wrong with a little home fries. Nothing wrong with a little bacon.
It was awesome. Southern hospitality.
Get a little chicken fried. Get a little chicken fried steak. Get a little biscuits and gravy.
Well, no, because it was game day, right? So I wanted to eat. I didn't want to be heavy. I wanted to be all prepped. And I got to let you guys know at Luka Nation, I let the team down. I let you guys down. We did not come back with a trophy. We didn't even come back with a W. So apologies. We'll be better next year. I'll leave it at that unless Cage wants to go.
Next year I'm coming. And you're just gonna get all my fouls. I'm gonna start throwing elbows because I heard there was blood drawn in this tournament. I heard this was a goon tournament. People were attacking people. This wasn't real basketball. It's not your style. Your finesse.
There's
your
some
finesse. Your jump shooter. These guys, they're blocking the lane, laying bricks. I watched the video. Black Jaded Wolf. They posted. It looked like my 8-year-old CYA game. CYO, whatever you call it. CYA is cover your ass. Some of these guys should be covering their ass.
I gotta give some love to Black Jaded Wolf's team. Siobhan, CJ, her. They're always having fun. Siobhan, you can't tell if she's having fun, but she's having fun.
So give me that. Give me a rundown. Give me. Let's. When you're there and you're in the unfriendly confines, or you're just, maybe it's friendly. You gave some real credit and shout out to the airport workers yesterday. And we left one out. Someone's got to clean up the bathroom after you drop a bomb in there. So let's give them some credit as well. Give them a shout out, a big thumbs up, and happy you're their hero as well. Great 20 minutes, guys. If you happen to skip episodes, just listen to 599. The first 20 minutes, my favorite episode in the last 200.
A few people stopped me and they're like, I listened to yesterday's episode. And they actually just left it at that. They didn't say anything else. So I kind of didn't know how they felt about it, and I could not read their face. Like they were poker facing me.
Oh, you probably don't even know this, but I titled yesterday's episode, Andrew Drops Bombs in Atlanta.
You've always had a knack for titling stuff. That's why we get so many viewers. Record viewership. But so you gave credit where it was due yesterday. How about this? You're in an unfriendly place. At least a place you don't know too well. You're a creature of habit. And who's leading you around? Who's doing the positive stuff? Who can we give, a positive shout out to? Who's helping you? Who's been a positive reception? Who showed you where the Waffle House was? Let's give me a couple people who have been good ambassadors for this show and for Luka Nation. I'll go first with Victor from Plant Street Collectibles.
Love Plant Street.
Dude, he's been listening to our show for a while, and there was a point, I think it was like a year and change, where he started his own business, his own consignment business.
Got that eBay grant, right?
And he got a grant from eBay. I
remember that.
We DM'd a little bit, we talked a little bit. Dude, he's always smiling, man. Very happy guy. So he was set up literally 2 yards away from me. A few Latin guys actually were right there to the left of me. Lenhart making deals with Jeff Sports Card Investor, sold him Bo Jackson on card auto. Lenhart's always
gorgeous
good.
Card.
You saw
Lenhart's a man. Yeah, Jeff posted it. 10 auto, I think, 10 grade, 86.
There's one
graded.
on eBay right now for 2,100, I think, or best offer. Maybe the person took the best offer away after the post, but there's that. Who else? Wanted to give love for Oahu sports cars, but he wasn't feeling well. He was tired. So we'll see. We'll try again tomorrow. See if it's good.
So get some sleep, Oahu. Come on, man. Andrew's there. We gotta bring the good vibes. You gotta bring that. Don't treat him like a Howley. So
and Sasha Tamadan. Oh, good dude.
I like Sasha. I've never had a bad thing to say about Sasha, and from what I hear, he never really had a bad thing to say about me, which is good. How about Adam? How about Adam McNamee? Adam McNanny. I always had an extra M in there. I saw you with him on the live.
Yeah, he hooked it up, man. He had the show wasn't full by any means. And you said it's Friday, all that stuff, so we'll see tomorrow. But there's plenty of space to set up shop. But no, he even reached out before. He's like, I'm gonna be at the show. If you want a wristband, I got you. So he came out, gave me a wristband, let me use like a third of his case to set up my 4 base cards and like my 1 Kobe auto, which apparently no one wants anymore.
My Kobe autos?
He is not fashionable. Literally not one person asked me about my Kobe game used patch auto.
Wow.
Maybe we're Atlanta. I should buy more Trae Young or Hertha.
What were people asking for?
Peyton Manning. A ton of Peyton Manning. Like a lot of Peyton Manning people. Like almost everybody was asking. McNanny has a lot of Peyton Manning, but that was the draw. That was, without a doubt, that was the draw. And this
congratulations, Drake's PC. You are rich.
Dude, conviction. No? I mean, you know how much conviction, right?
Yep.
Everyone was buying Brady. Drake said, why not take a look at Manning? Look at this guy's career. He's cardboard relevant. He's kind of funny. He's got the Monday Night Football show with Eli. Fuck it. I'm buying Eli Manning from now on. See you guys next year at Culture Collision. You're buying my shit.
All Eli all day.
All Eli all day.
Not buying what's it, Cooper. I said, iconic.
It was cool. A little kid from Texas was wearing a Cooper jersey, and he was there with his mom. And she said, yeah, like this is kind of what we do now. And he's teaching me about cards. So you don't see that a lot. It's very, very male dominant. Like,
oh yeah,
very male dominant. And
you hate that.
And he had a Cooper jersey on. And I asked him what his name is. And he said, my name's Cooper.
There you go.
You've got a very Texas name. I expect to see you in Friday Night Lights with Buddy Garrity.
There you go. Buddy Garrity. Friday Night Lights.
Him a Tatum hoops. That felt good. That made my heart feel warm.
There you go, man. See, sometimes that's all it takes. It sounds like you had some real good experiences today. And I'll bet you that tomorrow's twice as good. Because, Saturday, people will be making money. People will be in a good mood. You won't have that basketball cloud hanging over your head. I got to give you credit, man. I can give you credit because there are things I know that I am good at, and there are things I know I am not. And, going out there and playing basketball with this, I would have looked like a fool. Plus, some of the locals down there brought some ringers. Some people stacked their teams up. They brought that. It's kind of like when we have that corporate event. Somebody brought that guy from the mailroom who literally just started work today. Wink, wink. He's 6'8". He looks eerily like Bull. Because he is Bull. Just started in the mailroom.
Game 1, guys. This was the lead up to game 1. We signed up for this tournament a little while ago. You have captains, but it wasn't like captains I guess that you could pick teams. I think they were randomly drawn, or maybe my team was. So, Kobe Kenobi. First off, the lady who was like giving out jerseys was like, no one even asked you. And she was like, that's the worst name I've ever heard.
She said that's the worst name. Kobe Kenobi? That's a great name.
Who the fuck even asked you?
That's a great name.
I hate your blouse. I hate your blouse.
You should have been like, what's your name? Oh, I hate that. That's the worst name ever.
Who does that? So anyway, and by me there. So I met Prism God, Wiz the Collector, and his buddy. I'm slipping on his name. I apologize, man. I'm sorry. It's been. So he's like, "Yo, can I run? Is this full?" And Prism God's like, "Dude, this is full. Like we were good. It's full. You can't play. Like, look, all the jerseys are given out like 3 minutes before our game. We're paying Sports Card Investor. Literally every single guy on that team is 6 foot or taller." And the main guy, he shows up later. He's
He's 6'5" and like 240. So, and it's myself, and a guy shows up 1 minute before on our team wearing a green jersey with a dislocated pinky on his shooting hand.
Nice.
That's my team.
Nice. There you go.
So I have to run like a fucking idiot.
You're set up to fail.
Through the card show to go find the guy, Wizz's and Prism God's friend, and be like, yo, you want to run? He was the best guy, man. Awesome guy. Came on, no ego. He was just like, dude, let's just do the best we can. We gave him a run, man. I got to be honest. I missed a few shots down the stretch to like kind of put it away. It's to 12 points, 1s and 2s. If you get fouled while shooting, you get 2 foul shots to make, and if you make 1, you get a point. Or if you get and 1, you get 1 foul shot to make 1 point. 1s and 2s. So 2s are in. You should just shoot 2s, honestly.
Yeah, sounds like it.
I got to be honest. I bricked most of my 2s.
Well, I've seen some videos. It looks like everyone was bricking everything. We're not athletes. If we were athletes, we wouldn't be collecting cardboard pictures of the actual athletes. We'd be on them.
We would probably be rug pulling them in an NFT project. By the way, that is the scummiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
The Aaron Fox, you know what it is? It's
shame.
Somebody told him it was a good idea, and he had nothing to do with it. I'm sure he probably let some team run with it. It minted. The thing minted like a month ago. So this wasn't like just hey, take your money and rug pull. It was one of these like it minted. The price came down, and at least he came out and was like, this is still going to happen. I'm just not dedicating any time to it right now. I will. I read it. I didn't even know it existed until the story came out. He was supposed to be giving a scholarship to somebody to Kentucky. So it's like all kinds of interesting stuff on the roadmap. Yeah. Oh, you don't like that, huh?
Well, why? I mean, he has all the relationships and connections in the world. He could do so much for people with like a few phone calls.
What I thought when I read the article was nobody talks about the Aaron Fox anymore.
Good. I hope he gets banned from the NBA.
You know what it is? I think it's just a bad haircut. Once he got that different haircut, done.
How is what he did different from like Madoff? He played Madoff's people.
He did? I don't know, dude. I didn't really research it at all, but I mean, he did an NFT, right? I mean, I know the value of it went down. You'd expect more from someone like him who clearly doesn't have any issues getting, connections to NBA games. I'm pretty sure he was offering autographed jerseys to everybody who bought, or I think you had to buy 5. I don't know what the story was exactly, but yeah, I mean, listen, it gives a bad name to the whole thing, and there are people out there who wait for that to happen. You know what I mean? Like, there's not many people out there waiting to publish how this ticket sold for a shit price and how the Tiger Woods ticket that's up for auction right now is like 1/10 of what the estimated price was. There's not a lot of people who are going to shit on that. But those ticket lovers,
what happened?
Those ticket lovers, they will shit all over an NFT failure, especially one that's high profile like this.
What happened?
No, nothing happened. I mean, I'm talking about Darren Ravel, of course, because that is like the poster child for me of anybody who wants to exploit on Twitter any negative thing about crypto, from Odell, taking his contract in Bitcoin and it going down, to I'm sure I didn't look at his stuff, but I'm sure this is all over his timeline today. But I believe he has a ticket. It might be at Rally. There are tickets up for auction. If you look at the tickets that are currently up for auction right now, I think is it Heritage? They're all well below their prices. But no one's going to talk about that. Everybody's going to talk about the one Michael Jordan ticket. That's a 1 of 1 for his debut game, and how it sells for more than the Jordan rookie. It's a picking and choosing. You know what I mean? Very rarely on the months where NFTs are doing well, do we get a post to say, look, NFTs had a good month this month? No, it's the one where they have a record down month. So it's just, be honest. That's all. Be honest about all this stuff. Everybody has agendas. That's part of it. But yeah, I mean, look, that kind of sucks. You'd expect somebody like De'Aaron Fox to take better care of people. And, you know, with all the resources that he has, you'd figure that would have been, you know, run better. And my hope for something like that is that if other people are considering doing it, it makes the ones that come after better. You know what I mean? People don't go lightly into it. People realize it's their reputation, and they don't just say, okay, go ahead, use it. Use my name. Do whatever you want. You know, I'll take the money and run. You guys are in charge. When you realize that nobody is looking with that project at the development team. No one's looking at the people who are actually running it and coding it and then doing the smart contracts. They're just looking at him. So anybody else in his shoes thinking about doing that going forward, you know, it's a cautionary tale, right?
I know we're like the hobby's very polarized on Jeff Wilson, but I got to give him props for he created a hits app. It didn't catch on. I talked to him today. Said I take full ownership. I didn't want anyone to be out any money, so I refunded everybody. It wasn't an idea that worked. We tried something. We could have done a lot of things differently, but I wanted to make everybody whole and respect. He always has a camera on him though, which is kind of annoying. Like when you talk to him, there's always like someone recording him. I gotta apologize to he came up to talk to me after his team beat us, and it felt a lot like the GM coming down and being like, "Oh, how'd you guys do?" And his guy was recording while we were talking, and as impulsively as I am, I told him to get the fuck out of my face and start fucking recording me. So if anyone's listening or knows the guy, I apologize. That's not what we stand here for. Luka Nation. But also, if losing the injury is not someone that I like or any of you guys like.
We're sorry. You know, we could say it, you know, but in the heat of the moment, nobody wants a camera in their face after they just bricked up a shot that could have given them the win. You know, I get it. Trust me, I understand. I get it. It is what it is. But listen, I like him. I like Jeff. I like the crew. It sounds like you're having a blast down there. I saw some videos of it. Maybe you'll do a live tomorrow or something like that if you can get it going. I saw the eBay booth with some cool Magic the Gathering stuff. You were telling me about Magic the Gathering and stuff like that as well.
Shout out to CK Collectible from Black Jaded Wolf's crew. He was like, "Hey, let me come with me. I want to show you some stuff." And he was like, kind of giving us the walkthrough. He's like, "This is Protein Collection. This is the 1993 set, which is I had no idea it's from 1993." He's like, "This is the Black Lotus, but this is the A3 version."
Right.
And then there were artist proof ones of like land and avatars, and then it was cool. Like, and I love when people who know something explain it. You know what I'm saying? Like when someone really knows something and they could explain it to you, it's cool. It's kind of like watching a professional at work, kind of like Emerald cooking.
Makes sense. Makes total sense. I got a card. I want you to look for it to show for me. For us. For you to stockpile. All right. I got a card. I got to play. I'm excited. It's 600 episodes. It's the perfect kind of play for us, I think. Because I'm going to give you one, and I'm going to it's going to open people's eyes to this kind of card that's out there. And maybe you'll find not the one I'm talking about, but there are other ones. There's a Kobe one. There's a couple Kobe ones. And I don't know if you have your computer. You probably can't share the screen. It'll be one of those where we can look at it, but it's fine. Because of that, I have the card with me. I can show you. I was going through my stuff to put lots together for for Whatnot for Sunday, which we're going to do another show Sunday morning, 10 a.m. I'm going to do a box break of Elite. We talked about Elite enough here. Go follow us on Luka Nation on Whatnot. Get on there at 10 o'clock. I'm going to sell some cards. We'll talk a little NBA. I'll sell some slabs. I got some LaMelo SGC 10s. I got some lots of cards, like a LeBron lot of 20. And we'll do a box break. We'll have some fun. Ian pulled an awesome card today. We opened a box of Donruss, and he pulled a Jalen Green blue out of 49.
Nice. Ian really pulls fire.
Yeah.
Didn't he open up a Pokemon set today too?
He opened up Pokemon. He got some good Pokemon stuff today too. The Jalen Green I'll sell on Sunday, Whatnot. It's on my story. You can take a look at it. Follow us on Whatnot, guys.
Dude, this NBA draft class is so wide open. Like it's one of those where you're not going to know who the guy is for 2-3 years, 4 years, 5 years. It reminds me of 2013 a little bit. Like you're gonna have a lot of good players, decent players, a lot of guys fizzle out, but there's gonna be one, and it's really gonna be because there's no like purebred amazing talent. It's gonna be the guy who works the hardest.
So what do you do with that? Do you take your money on all of them and miss out on the big one, or do you save all of them? Like, do you sell your Kuminga now, or do you hang on to it because Kuminga could be the Giannis?
I mean, fucking message Rips cards for one because he knows what to do.
He'll tell you.
if I were to guess what Rips' strategy was, I mean, he invested in Otto Porter. That was his big miss. Remember, we asked Rips, "What's your big miss?" He's like, "I invested in Kawhi, national treasure." I was 13 at the time. I fucked up. I had a girlfriend.
So this is going to sound ridiculous, but we were with Rips at the National when the draft was happening, right? I'm pretty sure the NBA draft was going on at the National, or maybe they were doing the lottery. I forget what it was. I think the draft was going on. And he was like, Kuminga fell to Golden State because of the whole Clay was out and they didn't have Kuminga's he's amazing. He should have been the second guy or third guy picked in this draft. He's going to be awesome. I can't believe he falls to them. It's going to be an awesome fit for them. He's a great player. He was the first person who ever uttered the name Kuminga to me. Of course, that was Rips, no BS. And I coming into the year, Kuminga was low on people's lists. He was way behind Suggs and Green and Cunningham and Mobley and all these other guys. But now look. I mean, he's pretty damn good. He had 17 last night, 8 boards, I think. But yeah, Rips. I remember when he fell to Golden State, he was like, wow, he's amazing. Like he's going to be really, really good.
Would you be worried as a Wiseman collector then?
I don't know because Wiseman, we've never seen Wiseman play. But I can't envision a situation where you have Wiseman, Kuminga, and Draymond. Like that's a really big front court, and you're really only leaving. You got to have Wiggins out there. You know what I mean?
Can I tell you real quick? And I don't think this is accurate. This says Kuminga 6'7". He looks a lot bigger.
He looks a little taller than that. By the way, yesterday I watched Denver against Sacramento, and Sabonis is almost as tall as Joker. I know we had this conversation.
No way.
And he's not tall. He's tall, man. I watched the game. I'm like, wow, they're standing next to each other. I'm like, he's pretty damn tall. I gotta make sure I remind myself to tell Andrew. Sabonis is a big dude. He had a good game too. I watched the games. So do you want to hear my play? So I'm gonna tell you this, and you guys, I'm excited about this. It's 600, and we're not making a big deal of 600. Maybe we'll make a big deal of 666. The mark of the Andrew. Or maybe we'll make a big deal 715, or when we break a home run record. We should make a bigger deal, but we're not because we're going to be here tomorrow for 601. And in July, we'll hit 700 and whatever it is for 2 years in the business. And we're just going to keep going. We show up every single day. That's what, that's what we're here for. That you'll hear an episode from us every day, whether Andrew's in Atlanta, whether I am, got COVID. I mean, it doesn't make a difference. We're here. So, 600. What we will say, we will take 2 minutes out, is to say thank you guys, because obviously the thing that would stop us from doing an episode every day is if you weren't there listening, if you weren't there commenting, if you weren't there giving us plays. And I have a couple people sending me, hey, I got a great idea for today. I got a great idea. Yeah, I'll use those. Trust me, guys. Keep those coming. But the one I have for today, I like it a little bit from my own. And I do have one, but I'm not going to buy these. I don't want to, beat you guys up on these. But I've always been amazed at the 2008 Topps Chrome card that has both Kobe and LeBron on it together, right? It's a cool card. People like those. People look at, they're on the same card together. Is it 08, right? Where he's guarding them, right? And then there's the one from 03. What is it? Autographics? It's like a Skybox one. It's not actually called Autographics, but it's the one that has Kobe and LeBron on the same card also.
Autographics.
Autographics, right? So the whole deal. So I'm going through cards yesterday, and check out this card that I found. It's called Matchups. And can you see that? It is LeBron guarding Durant.
With the teams that actually drafted them.
With the teams that drafted them. So that is LeBron on the Cavs, and you got Oklahoma City, Durant. Just a really cool card with two, great guys. Durant and James went head-to-head in the NBA Finals. The Thunder and the Heat clashed in 2012. If they bump into each other again, with the trophy on the line, things will look different. While Durant still represents OKC, James is now back in Cleveland. So this matchup subset, is in the 2014 hoops set. Okay? And you probably don't have your computer all set up the whole deal, but there's Kobe's, there's Chris Paul's, there's cool, matchups, league matchups of these guys against each other. I was taken by this because it reminded me of the Kobe LeBron. And here's two guys who, these are two of the top guys in the league, if not the two top guys in the league on the same card. And the card was like, $9.99. It's not even an expensive card. And the other ones are $2, $4. Oh, look at you, dude. You do have your computer. There's the Kobe. You got Kobe Durant, 100%. Look at that, $17 with quantity. NBA matchups. It's just hoops matchups. 2014 hoops matchups. You could probably.
All right.
There you go. There's the Kobe. Cool. $10 right there, Kobe. And there's Kobe LeBron. That's expensive. But there's others cheaper ones than that. I mean, look at the one below at $10. There's up for auction now.
It's cool. They've short print too.
Yeah, there's out of 99. Yep, there's one numbered out of 99, which it's going to be more expensive, obviously, guys. But
and an artist proof.
Yeah,
I don't know if the hobby cares about artist proof, but I think they're kind of cool.
$9.99, right, for that same card, unnumbered. You got them on ComC, $11.99. There's the same card I just showed for $11.99. $3.99 for that one. Who do you got there? You got Dwayne Wade and Carmelo for $4.
I'll tell you, man, cool. Really smart people are buying Wade right now when he's super underpriced. I'll just put that one out there for you guys.
D Wade, he stays relevant. D Wade's on all these things. Look at this, and they're cool. It's cool cars, right? That's T-Mac.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that one's out of 99 too. So that one's, that's a fancier one. And there are graded ones of these, and they actually, they're asking some decent money. But, I don't know whether or not you're going to be able to pick up one. Just be careful on them, guys, just so that especially on the gold out of 99. Mine's just a base. They have gold foil on the bottom.
What about this one, Cage?
Yeah, Curry, Chris Paul.
The cheapest one.
That was what I was talking about. $6, Curry, Chris Paul. Think about that, right? That's probably your Western Conference Finals right there. But be careful, expecting to get a 10 on it. They have gold foil just on the matchups and on the the bottom of the card. It's also a dark border. So the corners, the white on the corners kind of show. But look, I mean, there were some with Tony Parker. That's probably not the best one to get. But I saw this. I think Ian and I opened the box. We bought one from the store of like 2014 hoops, and we got this in it. And I was like, wow, look at this thing. And they have them in other years. There's a fantasy matchups one. There's Harden, Jerry West. That's an interesting, different way of doing it. Nobody wants Harden. But look, Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, you got some cool stuff.
Wilkins Bird. Oh, this is kind of cool. So, Panini Illusions fantasy matchup: Zion and Barkley.
Yeah, that's pretty. And it's a PSA 10. And it's $40.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, this was just one of those things that I was looking at. I mean, it's funny. You said people are buying Peyton Manning right now, right? But what if while they were playing, you weren't sure if Manning or Brady were going to ultimately end up being the GOAT, so you bought cards that had both of them in them. You know what I mean? You bought a duel. You bought a whole deal. Seeing what people kind of fall down for the Kobe LeBron on the same card, well, I don't know whether either of these guys win a championship this year, right? I have no idea whether LeBron and Durant do. But if you think Curry or Paul are gonna, well, for $6 you can get a card with both of them on it. That's a pretty cool matchup. So anyway, it's a fun one, guys. It's one you could probably find in like dollar bins. You could probably find these cards at a show. People got them, in that 2 for $5 box. You find these things. Somebody opened a box like me and threw it in a top loader and had it in a box in their basement. Same kind of thing. But when I saw this, I was like, this had it had that chrome Kobe LeBron kind of vibe to it. So hopefully you enjoy that. Hopefully you like it. Do you have a play? Because if you don't, I have a good one for you. I'll give you one to give.
I definitely have a play.
Oh, well, then I'll save it.
You're going to save it for tomorrow?
I'll save it for tomorrow.
Dude, Star Jordan, yesterday's liquid auctions, man. I forgot to mention, I apologize because I wanted to bring it up. some people got really good deals because if you think about it, everyone was traveling to the show or whatever, there were some deals. And I'm trying to pull up my play. It's so today, Black Jaded Wolf, she's staying at the Sheraton here too, and her team was outside getting a cab to go set up, and we were just talking. And I told her, I'm really looking for Devin Booker. And she said, I don't have any for one, and that's going to be a recurring theme because I asked just about everyone at the show, and I saw one Devin Booker silver, one. So just let's put that into perspective.
The rookie, the rookie silver.
One thing she said is, I think an underrated parallel right now is the light blue prism. So this is someone who's a professional dealer, moves as much
from Select.
No, the prism. From 2015.
Light blue. Okay.
Yep, I'll pull it up if I
know light blue. Select has a light blue because remember I did that Desmond Bain that I had also in my basement that I didn't even know that was there.
You guys could look it up. It's 2015 light blue prism. But here's my thing. Here's my play. It's on Devin Booker right now. And I think Giannis is probably a better long-term play. It's funny. Cage, we were talking a little bit before this. He said Kendrick Perkins talked about this today. People really respect Perk's takes, apparently.
Yes.
Wow.
He was talking about Giannis and Booker today.
A Booker Mojo Gem BGS 9.5 ended for 9K. Rookie. So here's my thoughts on Booker. He's got the best possible scenario right now out there for personal performance and for card values. So Chris Paul is going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. The Suns have a 6-game lead on the Warriors. So pretty decent. They also don't have the toughest schedule. And now Booker's going to be asked to kind of play the scoring point guard role that like the NBA has now. The Luka role, for lack of a better word. And if you just look yesterday, look at his stats, man. His scoring is going to be down a little bit short term. I think that's because when you see the progress, the development of this guy, he's very cerebral. He's very thoughtful. And he understands that now his role is to get other people involved. 12 assists, 6 steals, and at 20 points, 24 points, nothing crazy. I think you're going to start seeing this guy put up triple doubles. I really do. As he grows into this role. He's a great passer. He's good at running that offense. He's going to get better. It's kind of like playing the Luka role, but with training wheels. He has Chris Paul there to mentor him, to guide him, to help him take that next step. And Cage said that Perk said this is maybe the best thing that could happen to him, right?
Yeah, he said he wants him to be more vocal. He wants him to be a more vocal leader. And because he says you got to learn that from Chris Paul. Paul is very vocal, not just during the game, but on practice, telling people where they got to be, what they got to do. And basically also said that, they're 6.5, 7 games up on the number 2 Warriors. It's a great time for him to learn, be a good learning experience for him. It's going to be tough. So obviously it's difficult when you lose a leader like that. But for Booker's, his personal growth, it's going to be good for him because, he's saying that this is one of those things where, he'll learn how to play without him because he's not always going to be playing with him.
Right.
So long-term value for him is going to be, net positive.
So I know you can't say this definitively, but would you agree that Giannis is probably going to end his career with the Milwaukee Bucks or play most of his career with the Bucks?
Yes. I think if he was going to leave, he would have done it already.
Do you think it's fair to say that Booker is probably going to play most of his career at Phoenix? I
don't know because he's a lot younger. And I think it's easier to say Giannis stays there because he won his championship there. He's already won there, and, he's revered there. I think I'd be more comfortable to say Booker stays there forever if they win this year, if he gets that chip. You know what I mean? But remember, he's young. Doesn't he also have, like, a celebrity girlfriend? Isn't he with, like, is he with one of the...
Kardashian. Jenner.
Is it a... Jenner, yes. Isn't he with one of the Jenners or off and on or whatever? I mean, he may want to play
dating. I don't know. So I watch the games, so I don't care. Mm-hmm. No, I'm kidding. But I've never cared about that stuff personally. That's just my two.
I mean, he probably cares. And, if an opportunity to go play with the Lakers opened up, he might do that, So I can't say he's young. He's a young guy. But yeah, I mean,
I don't believe that will happen. And I think we're going to see a Giannis Booker as the new 2 big stars of the NBA. One's out of the West, one's out of the East. And I think in the next 15 years, you'll see these teams meet up in the finals 3 times. They end their career. I think Giannis will have 3 championships, Booker maybe 2 or 3. I mean, like that. I think he's an incredible buy. I think the silver, if you look at the pop, Giannis silver pop is like 50, 60, and that's a $30,000 card. Booker pop is like 130, and that's a $3,000 card. I think that's a $20,000 card in 3 years. Not this year, in 3 years. And I think it's worth looking into. I think the light blue prism is worth looking into.
So on Giannis, the other thing that I heard today was if he wins this year, runs through the gauntlet of the East, and wins a championship, and he's now a multi-MVP, a multi-finals MVP, a multi-championship winner, a multi-defensive player of the year, that he's the second best power forward to ever play behind Duncan. Moves ahead of people like Garnett, people like Charles Barkley, people like Karl Malone even, because of just what he has accomplished, not just individually, but then now as a team, with winning rings and having multiple championships. And it's very difficult to argue against it with Perkins, given the take. And it was one of those segments where Stephen A. Smith was supposed to comment back, and the two of them usually, have point counterpoint, and it's like a setup thing. And Perkins gave his whole argument about it, and Stephen A. Smith's like, why'd we do this segment? I'm agreeing with everything you just said, which just never happens. And he tried to go like Kevin McHale, but McHale played with, he played with Bird, he played with Parrish, Giannis is the alpha. He's the alpha, the beta, the omega, the zeta. He's everything on that team, and McHale wasn't. McHale's a different kind of player too. 10 feet away,
way better character than Karl Malone as well. Like I think Karl Malone is one of the most overrated players in NBA history.
One of the best pick and roll recipients ever. I mean, you get to personality wise, you name it, the whole deal. But I mean, he also played with one of the best point guards ever. Which can't be. You can't overstate the importance of that. But Malone was a beast, man. I mean, he was a wide body, muscular guy before the league was like that. Right. We talked about like Patrick Ewing. Like that's what big men looked like. Olajuwon, they were lanky. Karl Malone was a power forward who was, he was like a 6'9" Desmond Bain. You know what I mean? Like, but Malone was never fat. Karl Malone was muscular.
Well, up until last year, Zion was never fat.
It's true. Listen, I love the Booker play. We've gone there now a couple times, and each time you've done it, he's actually better. He's actually it has become a better play each time, which I guess is the way you want to do it. You want to get people in on it early. I watch him play. He is good. I mean, he is very good, and he's. There are a couple players in the league who are not afraid to put the ball on the floor and take it to the hole. He does. You know what I mean? And that's going to allow him to shoot from the outside unmolested. You know what I mean? Can
I tell you why I think that he does this?
Shoot.
I think it's because he didn't rush his development. Maybe the team didn't. Because a lot of times when you have a young guy and he was dominating his whole life, and then you get to the NBA, it's a lot of humble pie, right? Mm-hmm. You're not that great. People know your strengths, and they're not going to play you they're going to play you to your weakness. And a good team and a good player, it takes so much patience to little by little by little by little by little improve. He wasn't great at taking it to the hole when he first got to the NBA. He was a pretty frail guy, actually.
Yep.
He came off the bench for Kentucky. He was the forgotten guy on that team. AD, Cousins, he was a forgotten guy. So, and he was like, he didn't come out. He's like, I'm just going to shoot all the time and show those guys. He said, I'm going to let time do its thing and work on my game. And the one objection when I brought up Booker today at the people is he shied. He wasn't there in the finals. Remember that?
That's true. That? Yeah, I remember. He's a ghost. I made a big post about it. Where did he go?
So Jordan's finals were lucky that he played the Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals, right? So he was 6-0 in the finals, but where he shied away or didn't perform was in the Eastern Conference Finals. But how much does he talk about those series with the Pistons and how they prepped him to win the championships afterwards.
Yeah, once you got through the gauntlet of the East back then, the finals were the easy matchups.
Correct.
You're never really worried about what team was coming out of the West, really. 100%.
But the point of that was that failure, or that was training him, man. That was like, this is the final level. This is the final level.
It's the final countdown.
I think that experience last year is going to help him for the rest of his career.
All right. Listen, I mean, you know, if people at Atlanta card shows and on podcasts are talking about it, you know he heard it. You know he heard that he disappeared in the finals and that he has to be relishing an opportunity to go back there and show up big to make up for it. So, you know, I'm with you, man. I hear you, and I think you're probably very right on Booker. He's a little undersized, a little small. You know, it's good to see him put a little size on, because you know you want to invest that kind of money and think somebody's gonna really turn it on. The NBA, it's less physical than it used to be, but it's a grind, man. And
he's Kobe size. He's Kobe size.
Little guys get beat up. I mean, he's not Trey, so yeah, you know.
But he's not also like a dominating athlete build, right? So he has to. Kobe talked about this. He's like, I was quick, but not the quickest. I was tall, but not the tallest. I had big hands, but not huge like Michael. So I had to learn other ways to get an edge, get an advantage. I think Booker is just an incredibly cerebral player, getting to learn against maybe the smartest point guard in the last 20 years.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, 600 episodes. Tomorrow we'll come back for 601. What makes tomorrow a successful day at Culture Collision? Are you going to pick up a pair of sneakers? Were there a lot of sneakers there? A lot of sneakerheads? People walking around wearing,
I do want to get my first pair of Jordans.
See? So, small things, man. Small things. Little win streaks. What kind of Jordans would you get? Would you go classic Jordan 1s? White, red, black? You going to go like a noble bread? You going to go like something fancy?
Is there like a Space Jam Jordan?
I'm sure there are Space Jam Jordans, yeah.
Jordan Concourse? Is it Jordan Concourse? Concord. So either the Jordan Concord 11s or the Jordan 1s would be one of my picks. The first Jordans, the ones he wore in that game, remember those? Yeah. Or the Jordan Concord. Do you know what the Concord is?
Yeah. Yeah. And listen, for the Tigers, for the orange color, go with like a shattered glass. I think that's what it's called. It's a nice orange one. Little orange shattered glass. Yeah, take a look.
What would make tomorrow a success? I really love, and it's interesting, man. So many people are not the personality that they portray on Instagram, but so many people are. And I love people that are doing what they love to do with a passion. Like, I get that from Black Jaded Wolf on her team. She loves what she does. I've never seen her like complain. She just like I can't word it. Like, she's always enjoying it. Lenhart enjoys it. Like, he enjoys it. Jacob Salter, gotta give him love, man. He's actually staying like 5 rooms down. Invited me to dinner, but Bleeker. He loves our show. Says he listens to it before bed, which is interesting. My monotone voice puts people to sleep.
I could see it. I could see it. I could definitely see it. All right, so it sounds like you got enough people there to set up for a good day. Set up for a good day tomorrow, which is good, man. And when
I learned something new today.
Oh, what'd you learn?
One of Jacob's friends was in the room rolling a J, and he had this like device that was kind of like a toothbrush, but it was like flat and circular with like bristles. I'm like, what do you do with this? He's like, it's to scrape your tongue. And he talked about how most bad breath and like tooth issues like stem from that. And I am a serial teeth grinder, like really bad.
So you're gonna get a tongue scraper?
I'm gonna experiment. Costs nothing. Listen, it costs a few dollars. It could be a life changer.
I'm with you on the whole experimenting thing. You're in Atlanta. What are you going to do now? You're going to finish up the episode. We're going to publish it. You're going to go out on the town. You gonna go on like what do they have in Atlanta now? I don't even know. Is there a club you're gonna go to? Is Steve Aoki spinning the wheels of steel?
Well, you felt pretty crummy before this, but you have this knack or this charisma about you. I feel incredible. I feel like I had the best day ever now.
You should. Well, listen, you come on here, we get to talk to our 1,000 true fans. People are going to go buy the hoops matchups. People are going to listen to you on Booker. Hopefully they listen to you on Giannis already because, I mean, I wish I listened on Giannis. Forget about it. But, I mean, come on. This is where you provide your value. And you may sell no cards to show. You may sell all your cards. It kind of doesn't make a difference. People are listening to you for this stuff. And I think I made it through episode 600 without a movie line. I got to throw a movie line in. I don't think I did a movie quote. This is what you did to me. 600 episodes. You're in Atlanta, and I don't really have any kind of a movie line at all. Nothing. I got nothing for you.
What's Atlanta known for?
The Braves.
No, like you know when like you come to Atlanta and then there's like a restaurant like Philly cheesesteaks, you know? It's like Philly's known for cheesesteaks.
Yes, Philly. I don't know.
Like right across the street, there's like cheesesteaks, like Philly style. You know what I mean?
Yes. So, but what? I don't know. What is Atlanta known for? I said
peaches. I wear my peaches up in Georgia.
Yeah, I said it's where Justin Bieber gets his peaches. You like that? But that's all of Georgia, not specifically Atlanta. You know, I mean, what else? Atlanta, the Hawks. You know, we got the sports teams. What else is Atlanta known for? The Housewives, the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You know, Portia and Candy Burris, and who else? Who else are the other Housewives of Atlanta? Nene Leakes. Go find Nene Leakes.
Housewives of Atlanta.
It's a TV show. It's on Bravo. That's the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You never heard of the Real Housewives shows? They got one in Jersey. You know, they flip tables over. They're classy.
My sister watches $1 Million Listings, which is like a show on Netflix.
I know this show, $1 Million Listings.
So
I think it's fake.
Kind of wanted to become a real estate agent after watching that.
Listen, she can go get a real estate license and not do that for a career. It's easy. Study for it. You study online, take a test. You always have that. You never get too much education. You know what I mean? That's,
After I got fired from Gary's and I didn't know what to do with my life, I went and got a real estate license.
There you go. See? You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Took two classes, 101 and like 102. And then I'm like, fuck this. I'm going to go buy Zion cards instead, idiots.
Zion worked. Listen, I feel bad for Zion. Now they got parades down in New Orleans with like fat Zion on a float. Did you see that? Deep fried pelicans? Yeah, I sent you a little clip of it today. It's pretty terrible.
Sometimes we lose perspective that these are kids. Bye, Luka Nation. We love you.